Great to have you. Welcome back. I just got off a call with a client of mine, and so I thought I'd share with you my learnings for B2B AI agency owners and what we've been speaking about on the call, because it will very likely be applying to you. First of all, create an MVP with manual augmentation before perfecting the automation. That particular client is selling a competitor analysis automation, which basically scrapes competitors' websites and gives the business owners that he is selling this automation to a weekly report, an executive report based on the seasonal promotions that the competing businesses are running. And so I was saying that the technology currently probably gets us to 80% with probably just 5% of the time, honestly, but then to get it from 80 to 100% until the entire automation is absolutely waterproof and tested and runs without any errors every time predictably, without a human in the loop, without any kind of manual steps or augmentation, that would take you another 120% of effort on top of that. The math will anyways. So yeah, what I'm saying is get the automation with a manual augmentation first. So I said to him that even if in the beginning you would still need to do some of the steps manually, like I'm doing my own automations as well. After every client meeting, there's still some manual steps that I do because it just isn't worth my time to perfect the automation to the point where it just does everything itself. I just let time go past and the tech will mature to the point where it will do that, but not at the current state of the tech. So what I'm getting to is not forcing the technology that isn't quite capable of doing all of that perfectly all of the time anyway. So I'm saying instead of looking to spend your time on like trying to force into existence the perfect automation, surrender and relax, knowing that you're on the cutting edge of the technology and it will get better, and do some manual augmentation steps first. And for that, these manual steps can then also be outsourced to a VA later on. That's what we've been speaking about. Take a few images from the website, exactly. So focus on value-driven deliverables that address specific business problems. So within this report, we went through all of the different points that could have been addressed in the report. As we said, we could do Google reviews, Trustpilot, seasonal promotions, and then we decided to only go for the seasonal promotions for now. As the first offer, make this first offer right, get it right, do it well, deliver that, because that in itself will take a little bit of work, right? So we want to do the value-driven deliverables with the MVP that is good enough so that we can actually get client feedback, because we don't want to be attached to the product that we're delivering. We want to be attached to making our clients happy and making them more money, because that's likely what their outcome is. That will make them happy, right? So value deliverables, business problems. So choose a niche with consistent, predictable data sources. This is something very important. Today, in the morning I had a call with some of our insider team about AI and automations, and they've been sharing some insights about data security, and that oftentimes when AI solutions are being sold to companies, when these automations are working with client data, the companies, and rightfully so, are very, very careful and wanting to make sure that they have full control over the data and that nothing gets leaked, nothing gets exposed. And in fact, I had a call with another person, when was that, on Friday, who said to me this as well. He's like, man, I'm getting into the medical field. So he was in the luxury items industry before. And then he was telling me that he's doing these automations for dentists now, and that he's very, very concerned because his client is not very concerned about this at all. And he says, man, this client does not really have a lot of high ethical standards. If something goes wrong, who would be liable? And I'm like, maybe you're asking the wrong questions. That's what I told him. Maybe, why are you in this industry in the first place? That's what I told him. So like, why would you expose yourself to these risks? Unless you really want to. But like, if you are from the luxury products industry, why not stay there? Not that I didn't want to, I'm not going to make anybody that I talk to do anything. It's like, you do what you want. But I'm just saying, sometimes we tend to assume that we need to do, or we keep going because of sunk cost fallacy, because so much time and effort has been put in that already. And so the point being, with this competitor research automation, this particular client of mine, he is only working with publicly available data through their website. And for businesses, in the same way as it is legal to send them to businesses a cold email or make a cold call, you can also scrape their publicly available data. That is legal as of now. And so this is good. So I told him, please consider this as a benefit and as an advantage, because there are many other AI agency owners that I speak to who are pulling their hair out about something that could be bringing value to the business, but the business does not want this solution because their client data passes through these LLMs, and they feel that they don't want to talk to agency owners who don't have a solution for that. And in this particular instance, we work with consistent, predictable, and public data, which is great. All right. So using exclusivity as both a sales strategy and scalability approach. So I said to him, since we were now focusing on the competitor analysis automation, why not give this following marketing tactic and strategy a try? In the sense of articulate it in a way, that's what my suggestion was to him, articulate it in a way that you have an exclusivity clause in your agreements with clients, meaning in every city in your country, the local market that you serve, you can only have one client in each city. That's the exclusivity clause. That is going to be in your agreement. So if one of the competitors if the business that you're talking to wants in, you can articulate that. It's like, I am for ethical reasons only going to be able to take one client in each city. If you want that and get the information on all of your competitors, we can do that. If not, you may come back to me later, but if it's gone, it's gone. So in your particular city, I can only take one person. And so I told them, like, don't just say it and actually act like that. So like, once you got a client in one city, then that's what you do. But maybe saying no to all the other competitors that you could also get and just get one from each city will get you to your monthly revenue. It may actually get you there faster because you have this natural and ethical urgency. So you don't make anything up. You really live by these boundaries or by these conditions that you set. All right, last point. Prioritizing outreach hours over perfecting your lead list. So I said to him, actually, instead of making the list of leads and then go about it, just go at it. And the people that you contacted, you put them in the spreadsheet. And then we evaluate, have they responded, and then we send them some follow-up. So if that was, it was recording the screen, great. All right, so if that was at all interesting to you and you would like some personalization, you can Google my name, you can send a comment or a LinkedIn message to me if you would like to communicate with me about that. And if not, I see you in the next video, and I hope to be bringing you the information that you can absolutely use. And I hope that this type of style that I'm exploring more, you can let me know about that. Actually, after every call, reflecting that for myself and making a video about it, I think that's going to be the greatest value, because it's really tactical. So let me know if you like that. I certainly like that a lot, and it helps me reflect after every call and get better at what I do and make content very easily because it's still fresh. And I hope that you guys enjoy that. At least the last video of that style was well received. So have a great day, everybody.